And it's really not about necessarily mastering the technology of it. It's about mastering the application of it.
In 2023, if somebody's watching this and they want to get an idea, what is, because these things change very frequently, what is working right now? What are the things that are working that maybe some people are missing?
Geez. Well, right now, right, I would say that if you're in the information business, having some component piece of AI associated with whatever you're offering
Mm.
certainly works better than not, right? Like AI happens to be the hot topic of the moment. So I certainly would say that it the world is moving more and more, I think, to people. And I don't think this is new. I think this has been going on for the last couple of years, but uh, more and more authenticity in people. And I think that you're seeing a rise of personalities over brands personally. Other people might see it differently than that. But I think we're more and more and in an age of personalities than we are of brands, right? And you can see that by a single personality taking out a whole brand, right?
Yeah,
Like Light, right? Or something like that. It was an
exactly.
individual that like made a whole brand disappear or have problems. So I think we're more in an era of personality than brand personally, but that's the way I look at it. And it'll be very interesting to see what kind of transpires with machine learning getting better and better. And because like that is going to be quite eye-opening as far as um, unexpected consequences, right? But as far as like on a marketing side, there's never been a better time. I mean, you can there are ways of making almost any platform work. There are more people still coming online every year, and more money is being spent online. And so I don't see that necessarily ending, especially with what we've seen as far as a big migration out of cities now. Ever since COVID, there's this looming commercial real estate crisis that's going to happen in the U.S. because so many office buildings now are, at 50% occupancy because more people are working virtually. And what I would say is that if you look at history, which is always a good thing to look at as far as understanding what the future has, there have been these big shifts in kind of what drives innovation, right? And there was the industrial age, there was the computer age, there was the internet age, et cetera. We're now moving into this new age, right, of AI. And it wasn't in all of those previous ages, it wasn't the master of the technology that made the most money. So in the industrial age, right, Rockefeller, Morgan, Carnegie, et cetera, they were not the machine builders. They were entrepreneurs who knew how to leverage the change in industry the best that made the most money during the industrial age. And in computing technology, right, like you can look at Gates and Jobs, and these weren't the best computer builders per se, but they knew how to build companies that leverage computing technology. And when you look at the internet, right, you could say that Zuckerberg, right, that Bezos, et cetera, were the people that made the most, the Google guys as well. And they weren't the guys that built the internet. They built companies that could leverage what the internet was now providing. And so it's going to be the same with AI. It's not going to be necessarily the AI company that makes the most. It's going to be the people that know how to leverage it in a business to either create more value or to do something other than what's currently being done. And so it's, you know, very often I see entrepreneurs make the mistake of diving too deeply into the forest so that all they see are trees and they don't really see the bigger picture. And and I would imagine that there's going to be lots of amazing things on the horizon, and it's really not about necessarily mastering the technology of it. It's about mastering the application of it. And I think that if entrepreneurs kind of stay thinking about that, then they're going to spot the next big opportunity that will drive their business forward.